Looks like Team USA is forcing Caitlin Clark to change her infamous 22 number to a new one.
Sue Bird just went through one of the most dramatic public meltdowns of her entire career. And it all began with Caitlin Clark. Sources allege Clark privately informed Team USA that she would walk away from the program if she wasn't allowed to preserve her legendary number 22. Sue Bird's response has shocked the basketball community. Additionally, the scenario is getting worse every day despite her efforts to keep Caitlin Clark from leaving Team USA. What started as a simple clothing decision has suddenly escalated into one of the biggest controversies women's basketball has seen in years. Please let me know in the comments if you would leave Team USA over a jersey number before we analyze Sue Bird's response and what Caitlin is rumored to have said behind closed doors. Because this circumstance might permanently reshape the destiny of Team USA.
We ultimately know she was snubbed from the cover of Team USA. And not only is they snubbing her, the disrespect is continuing because it's looking like Team USA is forcing Caitlin Clark to change her number.
Team USA has now produced the biggest self-inflicted calamity in women's basketball. During December's training camp conversations, administrators warned Caitlin Clark, now the indisputable face of the sport, that she would not be allowed to wear number 22, the number that defines her entire identity. Clark's response was startling and instantaneous. "If I can't wear my number, I'm not coming." Insiders say Sue Bird, Team USA's managing director, has been losing her mind trying to grasp how this situation spiraled so drastically out of control. To be clear, this is not just any number. Fans, commentators, and the entire basketball community perceive it as a deliberate act of disrespect directed at the one person who introduced the sport to millions of new spectators. The athlete, whose name is now more well-known than the league, is being advised to give up her most identifiable emblem. And now everyone is questioning whether Team USA actually appreciates Caitlin Clark's effect.
Honestly, I'm not a very creative person. I was born on January 22nd, so it's what I went with when I was about 5 years old.
Just a few days prior to Team USA's important training camp in North Carolina, which is set for December 12th to 14th and includes players like Paige Bueckers and Guji Watkins, the dispute broke out. One of the most bizarre and needless controversies in recent memory has taken place at a camp that was supposed to honor exceptional talent. According to reports, Clark would have to give up the number associated with her illustrious Iowa career and her quick ascent to WNBA success. The timing couldn't be worse. Her fan base is expanding more quickly than that of any female athlete, and her global presence has never been greater. That's why her supporters are telling her to stand her ground and refuse to compromise on something so central to her identity. To be made that Indiana.
Superstar Caitlin Clark, number 22 is the most recognizable number in women's sports right now. There is no argument to be made. There's no case to be made. Caitlin Clark, number 22, is the most recognizable number for any woman.
4. Make no mistake. Caitlin Clark's number 22 has become the most recognizable number in all of women's sports. No debate, no argument. From the top seats in the arena to countless TV screens at home, fans immediately know who they're watching the moment the number appears. It represents her crazy deep-range shooting, her once-in-a-generation floor vision, and her daring competitive spirit. For millions of supporters, 22 isn't a number. It's an emblem, a narrative, a legacy growing in real time. And yet, when she arrived at Team USA's training camp, Clark was informed she would be wearing number 17 instead. It's not just an odd call. It seems like a calculated attack on the persona she developed throughout her time in college and during her WNBA career.
Number 17 at Team USA training camp on December 24th. News broke that Caitlin Clark will be taking a part in the training, which that's what we talked about at the beginning of the video. Now, this right here this came out this came out on the 24th. So these are the numbers, man. Head on over to Twitter and check this out real quick. So this is what was released right here. It says Lauren Betts. Hold on, here's the ages. Where's the number? Here we go, right here. So these are the numbers. Caitlin Clark. Let me blow this all the way up, man. I want to blow this all the way up so y'all can see this. So as y'all can see here, man, how did Caitlin Clark number will be changed? So who's wearing 22? Or if you guys remember, Michael Jordan wore number 45 in the Olympics to Caitlin, because it don't look like no one's wearing number 22. It don't look like no one's wearing.
Nobody even appears to be wearing number 22. Just like Gretzky is forever linked to 99 and Michael Jordan will always be remembered by 23, Caitlin Clark is irrevocably bonded to the number 22. It's far more than digits sewn into a uniform. It depicts her rise, her supremacy, and the link she has made with millions of fans. Forcing her to forsake it now, at this point in her career, feels like a calculated move aimed to erode that connection. And of course, people all over are asking the same thing. Why is everyone in a panic? Why? What use might this peculiar, somewhat offensive decision have? Unless, of course, the purpose is exactly what it appears to be, an attempt to reassert authority over a superstar who has grown larger than the system around her. Fans are furious because this isn't the first time USA basketball has seemed to underestimate Caitlin's effect. Everyone remembers when she was shockingly left off the Olympic roster earlier this year despite being the most recognizable name in the sport and a global ratings juggernaut. That move alone generated considerable doubts. However, it's starting to resemble a pattern now that the force number has changed. A pattern of diminishing, sidelining, or outright dismissing her impact. Many now believe Team USA may be unhappy with the power Caitlin has earned and how dramatically she has transformed women's sports. So, what number is Team USA trying to give her? According to official sources, Caitlin Clark will be wearing number 17 at the upcoming training camp. 17, a number that has no meaning, no history, and absolutely nothing to do with her brand. The fact that it is not 22 is its only true significance. This isn't a logistical error. Whether deliberate or not, it's a message. It clearly conveys a single notion. You don't get special treatment because you're popular. The rules are set by us. And Caitlin's response made everything apparent. Then, I'm not required to be here. What makes this situation even more amazing is that no one, absolutely no one, on the Team USA training camp roster is utilizing number 22. No veteran has claimed it. It's not being saved. It has not been assigned. It's just sitting there, disregarded and used and undisturbed. That takes the matter from a harmless number adjustment into something far more personal, an intentional gesture that directly sidelines the most influential athlete of her time. When the number is genuinely open, why force a switch? There isn't a rational explanation. Caitlin made her stand for precisely this reason. The managing director of Team USA, Sue Bird, is currently dealing with the consequences. She selected this roster. She is responsible for guiding the direction of the national program. But instead of focused on skill, preparation, and winning, she's scrambling to handle a public relations mess they manufacture herself. Insiders say Sue's reaction has ranged between panic and fury as she searches for a resolution that won't make the organization look any worse than it already does. But here's the truth. Caitlin possesses all the leverage in this situation. She doesn't need Team USA. They are the ones who really need her. She already represents the future of Team USA, a record-breaking talent, a global draw, and the face of the next generation. Caitlin Clark has proven herself at every level. What does she really gain from playing if the national team is going to damage her reputation and identity? She doesn't need the Olympics to establish her excellence. But if she leaves, Team USA could lose everything. Ratings, attendance, momentum, cultural significance, and the star who introduced women's basketball to millions of new spectators. Sub knows this, which is why she is reportedly scrambling behind the scenes. This entire event indicates a larger reality. Team USA has significantly less leverage than they imagined. Beyond Caitlin, the controversy reflects a broader issue in women's athletics, the constant fight for respect. WNBA players have long spoken out about being undervalued, underpaid, and disrespected while fueling massive growth. The systematic disdain that female athletes have endured for decades is only highlighted by treating the sport's most iconic player as though she is interchangeable. It reflects the same emotions that are fueling discussions about the impending lockout threat and the WNBA-CBA negotiations. That's why this jersey number dispute resonates so profoundly. It's not a little concern. It represents something far more significant. When a prominent athlete like Caitlin Clark ultimately says, "Enough is enough," every athlete who watches receives a strong message. You don't have to accept disrespect, even from the top. Yes, other stars like Hugh Wilson and Cameron Brink also wear 22. And historically, this has never generated a dispute. Players have always resolved conflicts amicably. Both numbers have been eligible without any problems in all-star games. But instead of allowing a natural conversation to take place or even waiting to see if both were present, USA Basketball proactively created a problem that didn't need to exist. They are currently learning the hard way. Caitlin is unwilling to make needless sacrifices for a company that doesn't think highly of her. When the official training camp roster was released, the reality became apparent. The number 17 was assigned to Caitlin Clark. A forced change, a declaration, a controversy of their creating. Sue Bird is now running after a superstar who might just walk away while attempting to mend the fallout. Therefore, the true question is still whether Caitlin should give in or maintain her position. Share your opinions in the comments. This story is far from